I think in reality, like many cities can have a dark underbelly. Christchurch certainly does. Like, it is the garden city. You do think of gardens everywhere, trees and roaming hobbits or whatever. But it does have it has this dark edge, like maybe 10%. But that 10% is where I set the stories, because that's where the entertainment is for people. I think if I was to set the books on a Christchurch that was real, or I had like bunny rabbits and candy floss everywhere, it's not going to be as exciting. So I set them in a dark version of Christchurch, because I think it is more entertaining. I think it's more appealing, and it seems to be what people like, the readers. But it's also because the characters, it's how they see Christchurch, and it's how they relate to Christchurch, and it's very different. Like, I love Christchurch. It's a beautiful city. I love living there. But my characters do not, because many of them have lost some way. Like, one of the books, a guy, he sees Christchurch in a really lovely way until his wife is murdered, and then he sees the darkness in the city. And I think that would be the same for everyone. As far as the earthquakes go, I think really there are three versions of Christchurch. There's the Christchurch before the earthquake, and then there was my Christchurch, and they were sort of running parallel, but I was kind of steering mine away a little bit. And actually I'd started writing another book where the opening scene is a guy driving a fuel bomb into the Christchurch Cathedral, which is one of our biggest landmarks, and I destroyed it in this book. And then of course it was destroyed anyway in an earthquake. So the question now is whether or not those earthquakes go into the books, and they're not in there yet, purely because of the timeline. And it has become a bit of an issue. Like, sometimes at home when you get reviews, people read the book and go, well, hey, the earthquake's not in there. But the fact is, Cleave and Cooper I wrote before the earthquake, and it came out last year, and this book is set a couple of weeks after Cleave and Cooper, so you can't have the earthquake in there. It would be, well, these characters will be running around and go, by the way, do you remember that earthquake none of us mentioned in the last book? And next year's book is, Nick actually wrote a sequel to The Cleaner, and it's called Joe Victim, and it's really cool. And I sent it to my publisher a couple of days ago, and that is set exactly 1 year after The Cleaner. It involves Joe before